We're watching films on the toilet, because that's what dads have to do. When the movie's unsuitable for your kids, then pretend you need a number two. If you need a break from your family or spouse, there's a lavatorial picture house. Watch Terminator 2 while you're sitting on the loo. Enjoy the whole of Rambo 4 with your trousers on the floor. We're watching films on the toilet. How about you?
Hi. You start like that?
Yeah, kind of like that wet friend you don't really want to be friends with, but they're so wet you just can't bring yourself to cut them off.
Hi.
Oh,
It's like you answer the phone and then pull it away. You have to pull it away from your face just to, oh God. Hey mate.
Pull it away from your face.
Yeah.
Mouth the words, for fuck's sake. Then continue.
Yeah. And then,
on the phone.
Hello mate.
Hello
How
mate.
you doing?
How are you doing? And then 20 minutes of them saying how sad they are.
I'm all right. Which is essentially what I did to you just before this podcast started.
That's right, yeah. But you've got... That was the only stuff that you said. Then I would be mouthing
Yes.
FFS the whole time. But fortunately, you're a very funny, nice fellow.
Oh,
as well.
You don't start this by complimenting me. That's very sweet. And you are the co-host of this podcast, so... welcome to Watching Films on the Toilet, a podcast in which two colleagues, should we say?
Yeah.
Two colleagues talk about movies that we can't watch with our kids. So we head off to the old toilet. We had a bit of Joe Wicks. We're off to the old toilet. Oh, you're going to go to the toilet to watch them, and then we chat about them, don't we? Oh, fancy that.
He does that all the time.
Yeah, he does.
Talks outside of his mouth. Stop it, Joe Wicks.
It's meant to be a David Brentism.
It feels a bit like a David Brentism, yeah.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? But no, look, I got time for Joe Wicks.
Well, of course, the best thing he ever did was that massive fart he did off screen just before one of his videos, which was incredible.
That was funny.
A similar thing happened to you, and you blamed your wife.
That's right.
Didn't you? It was my wife who did that. It was
That's
horrible.
disgusting. Oh, shut up, I think I said. Something like that.
Yeah.
Although, after last week's revelation, let's not make jokes about me being rude to my wife.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing this week. No accidental elbows this week, which is good.
Well, I think the police caution you received probably put pay to that, didn't it?
So this week we'll be talking about the film Cocaine Bear, which is directed by Elizabeth Banks and came out this year. Talk about that a bit later on.
Well, came out a few days ago.
Yeah, it did.
Be
Yeah.
Slightly more specific.
This year, it's 2023.
We're pretty topical.
All right, it came out a few days ago. We're on it.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
Right. We got any correspondence?
Yeah, I've got some. Do you have some?
I do have some. We've had a voice message from someone who has sent a message previously.
Yeah.
It's only Jason Statham.
What?
Yeah.
Dear podcast, first of all, I want to apologise. I sent a letter a little while ago requesting a spot on your show, which I thought was the Off Menu podcast, but it wasn't. So let's give it another go, shall we? I've listened to every episode of your podcast and found it both insightful and enjoyable. Now, I don't want any awkwardness when I come on your show, so let me be clear about where I stand with you and your situation. First of all, the way the tabloid press have portrayed you is appalling, and I'm glad the royal family have been exposed as the racists and paedophiles they clearly are. Despite all that, I can't help feeling that you might be a bit of a psycho, and it upsets me that two brothers who've clearly been through a lot together aren't talking anymore. Also, you clearly wear the trousers in your relationship, so perhaps you could tell your husband to stop talking about his todger. Now, I know you usually have women on your show, but as something of a feminist myself, I think you and me could have an interesting discourse about the ways in which women are labelled and stereotyped by the media. I'm available most days after 7 p.m, except Wednesdays, when I have my pottery class. Kind regards, Jason Statham.
You know what he's gone and done? He thinks that we're the Meghan Markle podcast.
Oh, shit.
Jason.
That's not us.
He's done it again. He keeps sending the letters to the wrong places.
I know.
Look, Jason, if you ever get to hear this, and you probably won't, we would happily have you on any time.
Yeah.
But you've got to get it right. You can't keep doing this, even though you'll probably do it again.
Depending on how this one goes down, he'll probably do it again.
So we'll see. Anyway, what was...
Jason.
Jason. What did you get? What's your correspondence that I haven't seen?
Well, similarly, I also have a voice message. So I'm just going to press play on my tape recorder.
Okay, yeah.
And then the message will come out and you'll
All
hear
right,
it.
you press play, lovely. Okay.
Here we go.
Hello, toilet boys. Soulless West Country comedian Josh Widdicombe here. I'm sure you've heard the exciting news that me and my podcasting co-host Rob Beckett have signed up for a new panel show all about television. I know, always pushing the envelope. I thought since you guys are quote-unquote experts on the big screen, I could run some of my material about the small screen past you. Just some classic observations about television, really. Isn't Tommy Lee Royce from Happy Valley horrible? I really don't like murderers. Game of Thrones has got so many boobs in it, it's like medieval porn or something. Remember when Ross and friends had that monkey? What was that all about? I was sad when Ross exploded the monkey in the microwave. That didn't seem right. The dad from This Is Us is really annoying. He's so perfect. It makes all us real dads look rubbish. Who talks to their children every day, for goodness sake? The US drama The Good Wife is exactly like my marriage. Except I haven't gone to jail for all the horrific sex stuff I've done, and also my wife isn't good. Let me know what you think, toilets. Love, Josh.
Okay.
Wow. Oh, he's so funny, isn't he?
Classic Widdicombe jokes there. I love it.
Really funny punchlines in each of those jokes.
It's just saying all the stuff that we sort of thought, but we just not articulated it in that funny a way.
To shed light on like Ross's monkey is funny, isn't it?
I've forgotten that he exploded it in the microwave.
Can't say I remembered that bit, but
Tonally doesn't seem right, does it?
Almost like he's mistaken friends for gremlins.
Or something from his own life.
Oh, my monkey! You remember that bit?
The one where Ross explodes his monkey.
Yeah. Oh no, my monkey!
Oh, guys!
Could that monkey be any more over the walls? That's not a good sound. So what do we think of Josh's jokes? He's asked us for advice. Got anything we can tell him?
I think Tommy Lee Royce one, I don't really like murderers. That's not really a punchline. It's more of a statement. He doesn't like murderers, and I think that's something we can all agree on.
Yes, that's true.
But I wouldn't necessarily want to go and watch an hour of someone saying things that I fundamentally agree with. Be like, I advocate a progressive tax situation. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah, Brexit was a terrible idea. Yeah, it was, Josh. Yeah, you're right. It hasn't turned out well, has it?
No. Eating 5 fruit and veg a day is merely a guideline. You can eat more if you like. Yeah. It's true.
Again, it's sage advice, isn't it?
I mean, it makes sense.
Maybe that's all he needs to do. Rather than trying to be funny, and he's missed the mark there, just say things that were like, oh yeah, you know what, Rob? You know what?
Yeah.
You know what, Rob? Because Rob's there as well. Yeah. Josh says it, yet we agree with Rob. Like,
yeah, that's right.
That is a good point, Rob.
Well, it's because you can't hold contact with eye contact with Josh.
No.
Because it sends a chill through your soul.
And then, I mean, Rob could chip in, couldn't he? Rob does like murderers.
Yes. That's why the dynamic works so well.
Remember when Tommy Lee Royce kidnapped that girl and he put her in a bag and then he told her he's going to kill her?
Yeah.
We've all done it, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've all done it.
Beckett loves that sort of stuff. He really gets off on it.
Yeah, he does. Do you remember when the cast of Friends watched that fella across the other side of the apartment but was all naked? I do that, don't I?
Yeah.
We've all done it.
Yeah.
Kind of peeping
Yeah.
Tom.
But he does it in a
kind of,
very sort of sinister, aggressive way.
Yeah.
He'll sort
Sinister
of
way.
leave notes, push notes through the door.
Notes that say we've all done it.
Yeah. He gets
We've all done it?
Yeah.
Question mark.
We've all done it on his notes.
Yeah.
That's his calling card.
Yeah. We've all done it.
Sarge, we've got another one of these we've all done it notes. It's the 5th one this week.
Barbara, we've got another note here. It says we've all done it.
What does it mean?
What have we done? What have we done, Barbara?
Oh, Rob.
Okay, interesting. Any toilet news, Eamon?
Right. Somerset Tesco smells like rank toilet, making shoppers heave.
Okay, that sounds good.
This is mainly just an excuse to do lots of impressions of Somerset people saying
Oh yeah,
things about smells.
I smell so dirty.
Shoppers say picking up groceries at a Somerset Tesco is making them heave because the store smells like a rank toilet. Customers say they've been put off visiting the Tesco supermarket in Clevedon because of a vile stench emanating around the store.
Oh,
Some shoppers have described it as smelling like a rank toilet,
rank toilet.
while others say the store smells like a sewer. Pong is apparently worse around the entrance to the store, but customers claim the whiff can be smelt throughout the building. One customer said, "It smells like a sewer when you walk in and pretty much halfway round the shop." Another shopper added, "I feel sorry for the people working there. I shop at Asda now, as I can't stand the smell of shit." I'd refused to work until it was sorted. They must have some rights.
I don't think shopping at Asda is going to get rid of that, but carry on.
No, I know.
No.
I love that he says, I can't stand the smell of shit. Like that somehow marks him out as different.
Yeah.
Like most people are fine with it. Not me, though.
I mean, we're back to Josh there. That's the sort of thing he would say.
Yeah.
I can't stand the smell of excrement. It's disgusting.
Oh, I walked into a toilet the other day and it smelled like someone had done a big dump.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Yeah, you're right, Rob. It was disgusting.
Yeah, Rob. I love this. There's another person here who's made it all about them. I've noticed it for weeks. I've always been accused of having a very sensitive sense of smell, so I thought I was imagining it. Glad it's not just me. Hope they get to the bottom of it. All right, mate.
Oh, God. I hate that person.
Yeah, what a dick. Fucking idiot.
I've always been accused of having a very sensitive smell.
Have they actually?
So that's how. Okay, I'm jumping.
Bound to be a woman, isn't it?
I didn't say
Bound to
it.
be.
I didn't say it. I left it for you.
Yeah.
I didn't say it. It might be a man.
I did it in a man's voice, and as I was doing it, I was thinking, this doesn't feel right at all.
Yeah. Anyway, that person, very irritating.
If you are that person, what's wrong? What's up?
If you're that person, why don't you write in and see what else you can make about you? That would be fun.
Yeah, why don't you talk about some other news story and somehow crowbar in something that makes it about you?
Yeah, I bet she's like...
And also, has anyone ever actually gone, "Oh, you've got such a sensitive sense of smell"? To anyone? Has anyone ever said that?
Shut up. Go to Asda.
Oh, God, don't go to Asda.
It's so bleak. I had to... my son has become obsessed with the Prime drink. You wear Prime drink?
Oh, yeah.
So a while ago, when you couldn't get it anywhere else, I had to take him to Asda. We'd have to queue up for about half an hour outside when Prime drink was apparently going to be in there.
Yeah.
And there wasn't any there. So we did that 2 or 3 times. This week, though, mad scenes. There was a whole crate of it in Sainsbury's.
Oh.
Sainsbury's got Prime drink. So I picked up a few, and I noticed that there were 2 types of schoolboy who were looking at Prime drink. One of the reactions was like as if David Blaine had done a magic trick. So they'd see the Prime drink and be like, "Oh, oh, oh." The other reaction was that they'd hang around it, but they wouldn't look at it. They'd look at their phone and they'd glance up, or they'd sort of glance over their shoulder like, "No, don't look at it. Don't look at it from that. You can't look at the Prime drink that."
Yeah,
because
why?
that. Yeah,
That's
it was
weird.
really weird. So apparently, and this is good for you to know, it's not cool to look at things that you like.
What?
You're not allowed to look at them. Now, don't shut up, fam. Don't look at it. Don't you look at that pram drink, fam.
I can understand, like, not staring at the girl that you fancy, but surely looking at an inanimate object is okay.
What is mental about that, though, is we went like 4:30. There was a massive stack. Like, it must have been about 500 bottles. And later on, my son decided that he wanted some more. So we went back at 6:30 and it was all gone.
Wow.
It's crazy. We need some kind of drink.
I know.
Toilet water.
Yeah.
Yeah, should we make it happen?
Yeah.
What's in toilet water?
Beef stock.
Oh, beef drink.
Beef drink.
Bovril.
Yeah.
Bovril, where did Bovril go?
I only ever known one person to unironically drink Bovril, and he was a northern man. It'd be like, I can't face another cup of tea, but I'll just have a Bovril instead. I'd be like, is this a joke? Is this like some sort of...
Did he top it up with a little bit of little taste?
Little taste of...
I don't know, like a little bit of whiskey, a little bit of rum, something like that.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, just got to top up my Bovril with a little spark of whiskey. I'm going to go to bed.
And then instead of like a lime wedge, he would just put like a hunk of lard in there.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do a quenelle of lard. And he would use a spoon to make like an
Quenelle of lard. Oh,
yeah,
that's amazing.
Quenelle. He's going to hang on, Eamonn, I'm making my quenelle. Shut up. And he would do his quenelle and then dunk it in and it'd bob up and down for a little bit. Don't touch it yet. It has to melt.
I've just got the MasterChef voice in my head. Keith has served a quenelle of lard on a bed of samphire.
That's the only ingredient you know.
It is samphire. It's just samphire. That's it.
Whenever you use a comedy posh food ingredient, it's always samphire.
On a bed of samphire. With a tarragon dew. That would be it, wouldn't it?
Ooh.
There you go. There's some more. But no, I think actually we could like stock drinks could be our thing.
Yum.
Like
Fizzy, carbonated.
I'm finding this a lot funnier than you. But it is funny. Oh, try new toilet water, carbonated stock.
Oh yeah, I forgot it was called toilet water, carbonated stock. Yeah. So when you open it, when you do that, like all your mates are like, "Oh, what's that?" It's the vaporized stock.
It smells like beef. It's good. It is.
There's beef, lamb,
Beef, chicken, lamb.
and Christmas we do veal.
Oh, just got to wait for the quenelle of lard to melt on top of this carbonated stock, but not melt all the way. So I'll just get a little mouthful at the end, not all of
It's
it.
good luck to just swallow sort of a coin of lard.
A coin of lard. That's what we could put in the lid,
Yeah.
couldn't we?
Market it exclusively in Hull.
It'll start in Hull, but then it'll kick
creep
off like
as far south as Wigan.
It'll be all the kids in London where we are. They'll be like, "No, don't look at that toilet water stock."
I love that they
Look
can't
at
look
it.
at it. That's amazing.
There we go. If KSI and Logan Paul are out there and you're looking for a new vibe,
Yeah.
hook us up. So, Cocaine Bear. How'd you see it, Eamon?
I, of course, watched it in the cinema.
You saw it in theatres.
Like a good lad, yeah.
I also saw it in theatres. How many wees?
One, topped and tailed, because it's quite a short film. So one at the beginning, one at the end.
I thought you were implying that you'd done both kinds of toilet by topping and tailing. I thought that was some sort of euphemism.
Topped and tailed. I don't want to go in there, mate. I've topped and tailed.
Topped and tailed, didn't I don't know what that means.
Why is John taking so long? It's like he's topped and tailed.
Topped and
Topped and tailed. Have you never heard that phrase before? It just means one at each. It just means one at each end.
I don't think that's what it means, but I like it. It could.
Yes, it definitely. No, topped and tailed means one at each end.
No, I know that, but I'm saying it's not used for what we were suggesting it is, but now it is.
Oh right. Yeah, now it means a wee and a poo.
Yeah, that's what it means. All right, cool. Yeah, I didn't top and tail. I just went before and after.
So not topped and tailed.
Not topped and tailed.
No. Different to what I said.
So, Eamonn, you obviously need to do a big drink for my summary, which is my summary of the film, and I do that in the time it takes Eamonn to do a big old wee. So, what did you drink?
So a few years ago, I became weirdly obsessed with like secret menus.
Oh yeah,
like fast food places where you order them, like you give them like a code word.
Yeah,
and they give you like an off menu item. And the only one I actually ever ordered was something called liquid cocaine from Starbucks.
Yes, okay.
Which I didn't actually have the nerve to use its actual name. So I just ordered it. I was like, can I have 4 shots of espresso and 3 pumps of the white chocolate syrup?
You're right.
And the lady serving me was like, fine. So I had that, and didn't give me an illegal drugs high. It did give me a terrible headache. So anyway, you have a time of 1 minute and 17.
All right, 1 minute 17. Cool. We good to go?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
It's 1985, and a load of cocaine is dropped out of a plane over a forest, along with the pilot, who's knocked unconscious before he can open his parachute. Oops. Turns out this gnarly mother bear who lives in the forest loves cocaine so much and gobbles up as much as she can. This makes her super aggressive, which is bad news for the many, many characters who visit the forest, but good news for us because they all die spectacularly horrible deaths. There's hikers, a couple of kids who immediately regret skipping school, the mother who goes looking for them, a trio of thieves, Detective Clay Davis from The Wire and his double-crossing deputy, a park ranger, some paramedics, and the drug dealers who'll risk anything to get their drugs back because Ray Liotta says so. Eventually Ray turns up so the bear's cubs can eat his guts, which they do, as the remaining survivors jump off a waterfall and head home. The end.
Blimey. Okay, that was quick. That was...
Yeah,
you really did
whiz
through that. It's 51 seconds, so bags of time left over.
51 seconds. Boom. Well, I could have got into the intricacies of the plot, but why bother? Why bother? Do you know what I mean? It's a summary. It's not a summonopsis.
Very... Yeah. Sort of.
Yeah,
Doesn't really work.
It's the wrong way, isn't it? Synopsis.
Yeah, that's correct,
Yeah,
but it's not
a
as
synopsis.
good.
No, it's not as good. Quite like a summonopsis, but
Yeah, when you said that, I was like, "Fuck, that was really, really quick." I was like, "Oh, hang on, doesn't make any sense."
hang on, no, doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. Anyway, Eamonn, you like cocaine, don't you? So,
Oh, it's the best.
what do you think of this film?
I loved this film almost as much as I loved sweet cocaine. My very first observation, which I knew even before I'd seen anything, was how short the runtime was and how much of a good thing I
Yes.
thought that is.
That is appealing, isn't it?
This is a film about a bear on cocaine. Doesn't need to be 2.5 hours.
No. The marketing for this film was very appealing. I watched the trailer, I got very excited. And I felt in the film the bear bits were pretty brilliant, particularly the ambulance attack. I thought that was mad.
Oh, that was the absolute standout. Yeah, that was great.
Yes, there was the part where that park ranger, her gurney, fell out of the ambulance and
Yeah.
her face was just ground to a pulp on the floor. That was shocking.
Yes.
Yeah, that was awful, wasn't it? What were the other spectacular deaths? Remember some?
Well, this is my slight issue with it. I wanted it all to be like that ambulance
Yeah.
sequence. Like, if you're going to call it Cocaine Bear, I think it has to be just properly mental. I kept on thinking of, like,
Yes.
Crank, and how, like, Crank embraces its own insanity. It's a ludicrous premise, and it just totally goes for it.
Yeah, and it has the greatest character name of all time, Chev Chelios.
Chev Chelios.
Doesn't get any better than that.
I just wish this film had that kind of... What's the word I'm looking for?
Energy?
Yeah, As soon as I saw they made a note of that ambulance sequence, I was like, that was brilliant. Really good. Can't wait for more. And then there's a guy gets eaten when he's in a tree, and that's actually quite horrible.
Yeah, that was pretty horrible. You just saw like half of him just bleeding.
So you're bleeding out. I thought it should be like everything should be really over the top, and that actually felt like probably how someone would actually die in a bear attack. So therefore it wasn't. I was like, oh, this is horrible.
Yeah, it was an odd film, wasn't it? Because it had a lot of heart, but it wasn't particularly funny. It was almost like there was a clash between the bear stuff and the drama going on. They didn't fit together. I felt everything needs to just be a lot trashier.
Yes. Like the first time you see the bear, it's like headbutting a tree. I was like, great start.
Yeah.
Great start. But then apart from that ambulance sequence and one or two other moments, it never really lived up to that.
It should have been a lot funnier.
There's one moment that made me laugh, and it made me sad there wasn't more moments like this. It was when Clay Davis from The Wire, he shoots Ice Cube's son in the hand. He's blown off 2 fingers, but they're not next to each other. And someone makes that observation. It's just like the fingers aren't even
good.
Next to each other. That really made me laugh. And it should have been all like that.
Yeah. I just wanted more. I wanted more extremity.
What rating is this film?
It's 15.
There's your problem right there.
Going to go to 18. You want a bit of raunch? You know, the couple at the beginning. You know what they should have been doing when they were mauled to death. Come on. Right. It's Cocaine Bear. Maybe in the sequel, what are we looking at?
Heroin Shark.
How about Ketamine Beaver?
Yeah.
Crack Wolf.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd watch that. Acid Stingray.
I think the tagline would be, he be tripping, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. It would be. There was one scene which I'm glad they didn't shy away from. It's when the 2 little kids do a tablespoon of coke each.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, that could have kicked it up to 18 rating, but...
Yeah, it's interesting because it reminded me of that thing that you said, that whenever your kids are old enough to do drugs, you said the most sensible thing to do would be to sit down with them and do the coke together. Do you remember when you said that? Do you remember? You told me that.
No, I don't remember that.
You did, yeah.
No, I don't remember that.
You looked me right in the eye and you went, Eamonn, whenever my boys are of age, I'm going to get a little sugar bowl full of coke. We're going to stay up all night. And we're going to stay up until all that coke is gone.
It's weird because you're the one who loves it. It's odd that I would say that when you're the one that loves it.
I am the godfather of one of your children.
You are, that's true.
So
you have to sort them out.
I have to rack their first lines. I think that's one of the duties of a godfather, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure they said that in church, yeah. It's the priest whispers that. He beckons the godfather, beckons the godfather over. Yeah. When he comes of age, make sure you rack him up, if you know what I mean. And then he sends you off, doesn't he? Yeah, that didn't happen, and I didn't say that, FYI. Also, don't give actual drugs to animals, obviously. Don't be a jerk and think, oh, the bear had it. I'll do it for my own animal. No, don't do that. That would be very bad.
Unless it's funny.
It's not funny, Eamonn.
In which case, do it.
If you knew that a lot of Charlie had been dropped from a plane into your local woods, would you go searching for it?
Obviously, I'm desperate to become rich. So part of me would go like, yeah, you go and get out that coke, it's worth loads. Then, of course, I'd have to try and sell it.
This is the issue, isn't it? We wouldn't know what to do with that.
Well, imagine what would happen is even if we somehow managed to find someone who could sell all that coke, as soon as we arranged the meeting, they would kill us.
Yes.
And just take the coke.
They would behead us. You'd find your dodgiest mate, wouldn't you? You'd be like, who's my dodgiest friend that could maybe set me up?
Listen, do you remember that time we shared that spliff? Do you remember we had you got that little bit of weed? I've got cocaine with a street value of £3 million. Do you think you can help me sell it?
Out?
Yeah.
Mate, I don't even know where that came from.
I stole that from my brother. There's no one I know. I don't have any friend who I could be like, hook me up with your underworld contacts. Yeah, I got a few keys of of what they call it in Scarface, yayo. I've got a few keys of yayo. I'm looking to offload.
I got a few keys of what would you do if you saw a bear while you were hunting for the drug? Would you stay still? Would you stand your ground, or would you charge at it?
I've never really been in any of these life or death situations. I have a terrible feeling that I would not have my wits about me, and I would just run away as fast as I could.
I think I'd run, but I think that's bad.
Yeah.
Is that bad? I've actually seen bears in Canada on the side of the road. Yeah, big old bear.
Were you in a car?
I was in a car. My dad, though, was in America or Canada, and he was out for a walk.
Yeah.
And he actually saw a bear, like on a path near him. So he, whoa. He just slowly, old Les.
Didn't he call it a wanker?
Hey, it's okay. That's. Whoa. Hey.
Don't be a wanker.
That makes him sound quite cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's quite a cool dismissal, isn't it? Talk the bear down. Hey, look.
Big fella. Yeah. No, it was more like an insult, wasn't it? Oh, you fucking wanker. Oh! He went like that.
Oh!
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He said it quickly and then ran away.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, Eamonn, would you, the old cocaine bear, would you flush it like all that cocaine got flushed out of the plane at the start? Or would you fish it out like those little bear cubs fished Ray Liotta's guts out of his tummy? And it was nice to see Ray Liotta, wasn't it?
It was nice that the film was dedicated to him.
Go on. What would you do?
I feel very frustrated because I didn't feel like this delivered on my expectation. I've said it over and over again. I wanted something absolutely crazy. Bear going berserk, crazy deaths, like you said, lots of mad characters. And instead it was a little bit of that combined with a fairly mild tale about a mum trying to find her daughter. That waters it down. You don't need that in this story. You just want mayhem. So, because I was cross about that, I'm going to flush it. What about you?
I mean, basically what you said. I was really looking forward to it. And I thought I was going to get something wild.
Yeah.
Didn't get something wild. You know, everyone put in decent work. I liked the bear looked good. The effects were good. There was some cool deaths, but overall it just did not live up to its name.
And I was also cross that the bear lived at the end. Like, when you watch Jaws, you want the shark to die.
Eamonn, it's a bear. I didn't want the bear to die.
You've been killing everyone left and
It's
right.
just the bear. It's not the bear's fault. Yeah, it's not the bear's fault. It's humanity's fault, and they deserved what they got.
Okay, I can see that.
They deserved it, Eamonn.
But I think it would have been, again, I think that's another symptom of its mildness, that the bear then sort of lives a happy life with its cubs, when like the rock and roll ending would have been to like beheaded or exploded or something crazy.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That is fair, actually. So I guess I would flush it as well, which is sad. So that means Cocaine Bear goes in the macerating toilet of despair, which I don't think it really deserves, but that's the way it goes. I mean, it looks like that bear is going to get the death that you wanted all along.
That would have been a perfect send-off if it got like its leg stuck in a macerating toilet.
Yeah, that would have been pretty nuts. That's the kind of nuts we wanted.
Yeah.
All right. Off you go.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Cocaine Bear. Okay, time for the top 5, in which myself and Eamonn will guess each other's top 5 movies based on a particular theme. The winner gets to pick the next movie, and the loser gets to do a forfeit. So this week it's drugs films. Drugs films?
Yeah.
Films about drugs.
You lost, so you go now.
Well, if this film isn't on your list, I'm calling an end to this straight away. This is a duplicate. It's Goodfellas.
Yes.
Which I think we can agree is...
The best film ever?
Might be the best film ever.
One of them.
Sod them a little bit. A little out of all yourself.
Never get tired of that. It was the hoof.
There's the hoof.
Oh, and another just. And
Ray.
that's part of the reason I was sad is
Yeah.
that I think Ray Liotta deserved a little better of a send off for his last movie.
I agree, but we'll always have Goodfellas.
I'm going to say Requiem for a Dream.
No, I do think that's a very good film, but it is
Yes.
devastating. And when it came out, it was like 2002. I went to America for a month with a friend of mine, and towards the end, after we'd had a month of fun in the USA, we watched Requiem for a Dream in LA in a hostel, and we both cried. And then we went home. So I can't pick that film because it's just too breaks me.
Right, fair enough.
Okay, it's a duplicate. City of God.
Yeah. Yes. It's my favourite foreign language film, up there with The Lives of Others. I think it is Chef's Kiss. It's brilliant.
Seminal.
Okay, right, I have to get this one.
All right. Go on.
Duplicate. Trainspotting.
Yes.
Hey,
I mean,
we double speed.
No, we double speed.
Yeah, but one of the best British films ever, I think.
I'm going to say The Wolf of Wall Street.
No.
All right, so no wolf.
Not a duplicate. I will say Scarface.
No. I didn't pick Scarface. No.
It's aged, I think. It's aged, that film.
It's an okay film.
So I think you win.
Oh, okay. Hey.
No, you've got two right.
Whoa, I know what I'm doing to celebrate. I'm going to bed. I wouldn't.
Yes.
Don't get the wrong idea.
What did you have in your list?
So I had Trainspotting, City of God, Goodfellas, Sicario, and Climax, which is a French film.
Here we go.
Yeah, I had to pick one. It's about a dance troupe who take loads of drugs, and it is an absolute nightmare. It's by Gaspar Noé, who did Irreversible, and it's nuts. Yeah, what about you?
Yeah, so I had City of God, Goodfellas, Trainspotting, and then I had Boogie Nights.
Ah, good choice.
And The French Connection.
That is up there.
Which is Dad's favourite film, and now it's one of my favourite films.
Yeah.
Right, so what's my forfeit?
Your forfeit is to, spend the night in the woods and see if you can find some drugs.
All right, will do. So I spend most of my time doing that anyway.
Yeah, I know, so it shouldn't be hard. I had a forfeit last week, didn't I?
Yeah.
I don't think we said what it was.
No, we sort of glossed over it, didn't we?
We did. So what was it?
To make yourself all small, I think.
All right, let's go with that. My forfeit, which we definitely didn't just come up with now, is to make myself all small. So let's.
And that's how we phrased it, all small.
That's how we phrased it last time in the last episode.
Yeah,
we edited it out accidentally, didn't we?
Yeah, it's definitely happened.
So this is what happened. So in the last episode, we talked about using Ant-Man powers at work. So a colleague might say, "Hey, what are you having for lunch?" And you'd say, "I'm wearing my lunch." And then you'd enlarge a bugle corn chip to look like an item of clothing, like a hat or a dress or something. It's in the last episode, so go back and listen to it. Anyway, I've come to a trendy office in East London to see if I can pull it off. Hey pal, what are you up to?
I'm just finishing off a project. Sorry, do you work here?
Oh, yeah. It's 1:15, so are you going to take a break soon?
I thought I'd just eat at my desk.
All right, what are you going to have?
Just like a roll.
Oh, nice. Did you buy it or did you make it home?
I made it home.
Oh, cool.
What are you going to have?
Well, it's funny you should ask that because I'm wearing my... Oh, too big! What the fuck is that? Oh, it's too big! Oh. So yeah, another top class episode.
It was a good one, that.
And it makes me understand why we have so many Patreon subscribers. Why we have so many.
Well, do you know what? We have 3.
We do have
Got to start
3.
somewhere.
We got 3. So
And
we have
we are-
a Patreon now, which you can find via the links on our social medias, on the gram, on the Twitter, on the Facebook. Check that out.
But you know what? For us, Ben, it's quality over quantity.
That's
and I have
right.
to say, I could not be more pleased
That's
with
right.
the 3 patrons we've got.
So we said we'd shout them out. We got Big Ben
We got Big Ben.
from Extreme Horror Replay podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you, Big Ben. You
Thanks,
are a
Ben.
champion amongst men.
You should listen to his podcast.
Oh yeah, listen to Extreme Horror Replay. Does that with his wife Nancy, and it's brilliant. We were on it once, and it's great.
Yeah, we might be on it again.
We might. We've got our good pal from school, Raf.
Yeah, Raf.
Raf is a photographer,
Mm-hmm.
and he just loves franchise movies, doesn't he?
Oh yeah,
He's a big fan of franchise
always
movies.
going on
he
about
loves the
them.
Marvel films.
yeah.
He loves the Harry Potters. Particularly loves the Fast and Furious films.
He hates one-offs.
He loves sequels, like numerous sequels. He will Fast and Furious 10. He'll be queuing up on Thursday night to get to the midnight screening on Friday.
Only thing he likes better than a sequel, a prequel.
A prequel. Oh, he loves a prequel. He loves a prequel. Yeah, he loves a prequel.
He's all over soft reboots. He loves that.
So thank you, Raf, and thank
Okay,
you.
and-
Very sweet of you. And finally,
Final person is Foz.
Foz.
Also from school. Also another school friend. Ah,
It's nice. We've managed to get some old friends back in the mix.
yeah. What can we say about Foz that he won't be cross with?
He's a Plymouth legend.
He's Plymouth lad through and through.
We hadn't spoken for a long time, and he reached out to us because he was listening to our podcast, which we very much appreciated. And he is a lovely man.
He's a lovely man. This is actually not the first time he's gifted something to me. I remember I think it was year 8, he presented me with a beautiful pen from, I believe it was Cyprus.
Oh.
Foz, you can correct me on that or not, but I was really quite impressed with the craftsmanship. So thanks again for that pen.
I think Foz went to university, Winchester, I believe, and we went to a wrestling match there, which was a lot of fun.
Did he give you a pen?
No, all right, he didn't give me a pen. Oh, he gave me a pen. Oh, I've got a pen. Have you still got the pen?
Yes, I use it all the time.
No, you paused.
Whenever I have an important contract to sign, I'll use.
I still wrestle, so
Excuse me, I can't sign this with this biro. I need to go and get my Cyprus pen, and that's what I'll do.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank
Alright,
you, lovely Patreons.
Yeah, thanks, guys. And if you want to sign up, just do it. Just don't
Dude,
hesitate.
Let's do all that lovely stuff we said about those guys. Are you jealous?
Yeah.
No one has to say that stuff about you?
I know. You
should do.
Bet you feel jealous. We're going to take that
But
money.
you feel really bad.
Yeah. Bet you feel sick. We're going to take that money and we're going to grow this podcast. We're going to do some advertising and stuff like that. And then obviously we get the bus, the toe rings, the wives. That will come later. You know the process.
You know the process.
But yeah, thank you for listening. Eamon, you're off to do a load of cocaine, and I'm going to bed, right?
Of course.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time. Oh, next time's film?
Oh, yeah. Well, you tell me. You're the bloody winner.
Oh, yeah. I am. Well, I tell you what, let's go and see Creed 3.
Ooh.
Because it's directed by Michael B. Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
I like Michael B. Jordan. And it's got Jonathan Majors in it, who is ridiculously jacked.
Oh, my God, yeah.
That kind of physique.
Yeah.
I thought only I could look that good.
Yeah.
But apparently he's done it as well.
So nuts. It's the 9th entry of the Rocky shared universe.
9th. Still got legs though, hasn't it? And fists.
Raph will love it.
Oh,
Film number
Ralph
9.
will love this one. All right, cool.
That's it. Wrap it up.
Cheers.
My head hurts.
Thank you very much.
Keep flushing.
Don't you look at it, fun.